Welcome back to another episode of Lego Explains. Today, Lego explains how to become better financially fit to be a homeowner. This is John. John wants to live out the American dream and become a homeowner. Wants to have the ability to customize the home. Wants to have the feeling of pride that comes with homeownership. Currently, John is a renter. So how can John become more financially fit to be a homeowner? Well, the first thing John can do is work on tackling his high interest credit card debt. That's one of the largest reasons people can't afford a home today, is because they're doing a lot of work on debt service for consumer credit card debt. The second thing that he can do is work to make the last payments on his car and pay off his car so that he doesn't have a monthly repayment obligation and can afford more mortgage comfortably, but also from the mortgage company standpoint, he'll have more ability to afford a larger home. The third thing he can do is work on his credit. If John's credit is poor, it'll make it very hard to qualify for a mortgage, or his options will be limited. But if his credit is really strong, he'll have a lot of opportunities to get some great things. But if his credit is good, he'll have a lot of opportunities in front of him, and he'll have his choice of which institution to work with. Third thing John can do is work on his savings. Homeownership is a serious financial commitment, and a lot of times it costs way more than you think it does. Ask me how I know. However, it's the kind of thing that when you have a home, there's a lot more financial responsibility than just the mortgage every month. There's maintenance, there's upkeep, landscaping, snow plowing, things like this to make sure that the home stays in good condition. And that takes a lot more in financial commitment than a lot of people are ready to make right now. Making sure that John stays within his budget while he's a renter is a very important thing. If his income is all the way up here and his expenses are here, it's going to make it very hard for him to save for a down payment for a home. So what you want to do is what John should do is work on his budget and make sure that he's investing and saving and setting a lot aside to have a larger emergency fund, a large down payment, so that way he can present a strong offer in these tumultuous real estate times. The last thing John can do to become more financially fit to be a homeowner is earn more income. If he had an extra part-time gig or some other type of business that he's working, even though because it's short-term it might not help out with the mortgage, it would create more cash flow, which would help offset some of the future expenses that he'll have. Most people want the house first, but what they have to do is become financially ready for the house. And then that way it can be an easy transition from being a renter to an owner, and there won't be a lot of financial strife when you get into the home. If you thought this was helpful, follow us for more content and tips like this.